Traveling the world is becoming more popular and accessible to everyone. And a lot of people want to work while they're on the road or on the plane or the train or wherever you are, whether that's in Thailand or Europe or maybe just another state in America. I backpacked for 30 days with just this backpack in Europe, and I brought the 16-inch MacBook M1 Pro. Is it the best travel laptop that there is for the value? Watch this video to find out. So when you think of a travel laptop, you want portability. Maybe you're thinking the 14-inch would be best, or maybe even a MacBook Air. But you have to remember, I was traveling to edit videos, and I was doing this every single day for hours, all 30 days while I was backpacking. Whenever I had free time, maybe I was on a long train ride, I would pull this out and start editing. Maybe I was in bed before night and couldn't fall asleep yet. I would pull this out and start editing. If there's any moment where I could just be scrolling through reels on my phone, I was editing. So I really got to test how good this was for travel and using it in tight spaces, on planes, on trains, and carrying it around with me everywhere I went. But the question remains, is the 16-inch too big? Did I regret it? Did I want to have brought a smaller one? So first off, the 16-inch wasn't even as big as I expected. The 14-inch is already kind of thick. And I was thinking the 16-inch, wow, it's gonna be huge. That's gonna be way bigger than my 15-inch MacBook Pro from 2015 that I learned to code on. Newsflash, it isn't. They're about the same weight, and the 15-inch is actually a really tiny bit wider than the 16-inch. So I was already used to carrying that amount of weight. So it wasn't this huge thing that would barely fit in my backpack like I was thinking it would be. So size-wise, it was actually really easy to travel and well worth the extra power I got from it, as opposed to something like an Air or something like that, because of the type of work I was doing. Not to mention the speakers were incredible. Now I also did a bit of traveling with the 14-inch MacBook M1 Pro. And I can honestly say, for the type of work I do for video editing, the 16-inch was a huge improvement to travel with. So already right there, for me and for you that might be doing more intensive features, or you might need bigger real estate, it might already be a better travel laptop for you than the 14-inch. But like I said, I was using this a ton, and it was easy. It was easy to transfer footage into it with the built-in SD card slot, and I was able to leverage the USB-C ports to really easily transfer audio from my DJI mic straight to my laptop with just a keychain USB cord. All in all, it was a perfect editing experience. I couldn't have asked for better, and it was better than any editing experience I've had while traveling ever. And I've gone through like 4 or 5 laptops by now, and it was easy, fit on my lap, on trains, in my bed, and even on plane rides, which I was flying coach, so not a lot of room, still able to do it. I even pull this out when I'm driving sometimes and I have to stop somewhere. I'll just put it on my lap in the driver's seat and start editing or doing something like that, writing blog posts, whatever. So it's really portable, surprisingly portable. That's something I do want to mention, and this might be a little taboo to talk about, but you might be afraid, like I was, of traveling with something that not only is so expensive, but looks so expensive, right? It's a big laptop. It's got this huge Apple logo on it. It looks expensive. So you might be wondering, oh, does this make me a prime target for robbery or getting mugged or something? Especially in Europe. A lot of rumors going around that happens all the time at knife point. Something really easy that I did to fix that, I got this wood-themed case. The link to this should be in the description, but when I put it on my laptop, it actually completely covers the Apple logo. Now it looks like just any cheap off-brand laptop. Like, it doesn't look cheap, but it looks like it could be off-brand, maybe nowhere near as expensive as an M1 Pro is. So this made me feel super comfortable taking it around everywhere. I didn't care if people saw it. My fear of getting robbed or mugged or something stolen while I wasn't there just dropped an insane amount. So I would really recommend getting sort of like a in disguise case that blocks the Apple symbol, even though the Apple symbol is great, but particularly if you're traveling through a lot of countries that might not be the safest in the world. And that really did remove a lot of that paranoia. Another point I want to nail down is, did the weight bother me for travel ever? No. Because it was something I used every day, I never once thought, this weight so heavy. I thought that about things that were heavy, some that were even lighter than this that I just didn't use. So it's more about, is the weight worth it versus how heavy is it? Because there were things, like I said, that were lighter than this, smaller than this even, that I regretted bringing because I didn't use them. I never thought, wow, I'm really mad that I put this extra weight in there. Not once. Thought that about my tripod. I thought that about some other smaller accessories, but never this. So it's not just the weight number. It's, is that weight worth it? And it was worth it to me. Whether I was hiking up a mountain or through the city or walking along the freeway at midnight in Serbia in the rain with mud all over my shoes. Never regretted carrying it. So then the question is this the best travel laptop? Is there any other laptop that I would rather bring? Maybe the M3 Pro, right? Has all these cool features, more expensive, or maybe a smaller laptop, maybe like an Air or a Windows laptop. And the answer is no. There is no other laptop I would rather have for video editing that comes at this incredible value. It cost about $1,200, only $200 more than the 14-inch. But for me and what I needed, it was more than twice as good, in my opinion. The bigger screen real estate was and is crucial for me when editing video. The speakers are incredible. It sounds like I'm watching movies through a TV. Again, I can't stop saying that because I can't believe how good they are. And everything about it, from the way the keyboard types, which is just way better on MacBooks than any Windows laptops in my opinion, to the enormous trackpad that makes it so easy and flexible to navigate. I used to have Windows laptops. The trackpad was always my least favorite part about the entire experience. Sometimes I actually prefer using the trackpad now that I have a MacBook, especially with this one because it's huge. It makes some tasks way easier, especially swiping back and forth from screen to screen. Oh my gosh, incredible for workflow. Almost replaces having a second screen. I just couldn't ask for better, honestly. If you want to check out this laptop at a great deal, check the link in the description. I can honestly say there's no other laptop I would rather have right now, and I see myself keeping this for years. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time. I hope you have an amazing day. Peace.